Sing with me. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love and the unity. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, 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 we come together in the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love and the unity. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together, come together, we come together in the name of love. We come together, 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 we come together in the name of love. From every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite. It is hot up here, isn't it? In honor of the God in each other. I can't sing that hot. Yeah. Now take a look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. Namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love and the unity. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. How we doing? Am I muted? No, there I am. There's my God voice. So welcome. It's lovely to see all of you. Happy New Year. Officially. We all made it. Yeah. So I kept New Year's at midnight, New York time. Yeah. Anyway, it's good to see all of you. Good to have you joining us online as well. My name is Reverend Dr. Michael McMorrow. I'm the Senior Minister, Spiritual Director here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Granada Hills. We are located in the North San Fernando Valley of Southern California, and we are a place who welcome all who practice their beliefs in faith and love. And we are joined today with the wonderful Teresa James. Let's give her some love.
Good morning.
And the wonderful Reverend Nancy Woods. Yes, and all of you, and some new friends too, so give yourselves some love. Oh, so enthusiastic today. What? I'm just saying. All right, so today we're going to do something a little bit different. It's going to be kind of workshop-y today. So we're going to really work the bowl today. We're going to really work this burning bowl today. I think you'll get something out of it. But until we do that, let's all just take a deep conscious breath. And those of you online as well, and then feel the exhale. And in that exhale, feel the surrender to this moment, this eternal now moment as we come together for our call to service, which we call lighting the flames of faith. And we perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples, all faiths, all sentient beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Now, fundamental to this truth is a unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. So as Reverend Nancy lights the first candle, it's for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for shamanic traditions honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And the 10th candle we light for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the space we hold for them here in the sanctuary, within our online community, and of course within our own hearts. And as Reverend Nancy lights the healing candle, I'd like to raise all of those who are beginning their recovery in 12-step programs around the country today, around the globe. And please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have an experience of the healing flame of God's eternal love.
There is one flame that burns in our hearts. There is one light that shines through our love. We light this flame with faith. We find this light within our own soul. There is one flame, one light within.
There is a light within each one of us, a light of truth, a light of love, a light of infinite wisdom. So as we spend this hour together, it is in honor of this, where we open ourselves up to expand and embrace at the same time of the divine presence, the truth of it, the love of it, the beauty of it. And as we recognize that it comes to us, through us, and as us, we realize that everything that unfolds in this hour that we spend together is the love of the universe saying yes to our being, our individualization of its presence. And as I know this and understand this, I know that I'm blessed by the music. I'm blessed by the greetings. I'm blessed by every soul here. I'm blessed by the message that is delivered by Reverend Mike. All of this is Spirit saying yes to its beauty, its glory, and its wonder. And we are the subject. We are the object. We are the expression of it. We are Spirit in expression. Knowing this is knowing that this is a divine event, and this is the greatest moment that there is, because it is the only moment That it really is. Together we acknowledge it. Today we step into the awareness of it, and we embrace this whole concept as we say together, so it is. Good morning. Happy New Year. Yeah, I got a feeling this is going to be a powerful year, you guys. Real good one. So, it's nice to get off onto a good start. And I am very grateful to start it with all of you. God's beauty and love and all this wondrous things that y'all represent to me. I wanted to share what I was kind of coming up on this new year and what I was thinking about. And it's really interesting how when you start thinking about something, everybody tries to get in on reminding you of it. Even the TikTok, the television, and all that stuff start telling you about the same thing. So my thing this time is that we live in a philosophy that we present a lot of principles, and we want to live these principles. And one of the things that we say is that we are the essence of it. We are the way in which we can live it. We have everything here, and what we're experiencing out there is the result of what's in here. So my whole thrust was I wanted to experience kindness in everything, kindness in my community, kindness in my country, kindness among all humankind. So I figured, well, to do it the way this teaching says, I have to learn by being kind to myself. That's the first place that I have to go. And if I'm truly kind and loving to Nancy, there is no way you won't get it. We light up the world according to what we do within our own being. Wow. So we talk about it and talk about it. At least I talk about it and talk about it. But I said, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to be kind, loving, and nurturing to Nancy this year. I want to do it so much so that nobody misses it. And I know that if I can get it, everybody can get it. The oneness of the universe really exists. And being loving to Nancy and kind to Nancy would be loving and kind to the universe. And to me, I can't think of anything nicer to be for the universe. It's loving and kind. And it seems like every time I put on Facebook, there's a TikTok about somebody being exceptionally kindness, spontaneous kindness. I said, okay, it really is time for me to be kind to Nancy now. So I invite you to find out what is the principle you want to demonstrate this year. Because as we demonstrate these principles, other people get them because we live in it. Mine's kindness. I don't know what everybody else's. I'm sure all of you got one that you want to live. And thank you for letting me share that.
Surrender let it all go. All the fears and the doubts, all the pain, all the wounds, feelings of being outside. Surrender, let it go. Surrender, let it go. Surrender, let it all go. All the shame and the guilt, all the blame, all the blame, feelings of being alone. Surrender, let it go. Don't you know God is here? 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 Let it all go. Open your heart, let in the light. Open your mind, surrender. Let it go. Don't you know God is here? 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 Let it all go. Let it all go.
I think I'm willing to let it go, okay? I think. And thank you. Oh, announcements. If you are willing to let something go, want to embrace something, there's a practitioner that will help you do that. Rosalie is our practitioner and there are some other practitioners around. Grab one of those and let them treat for you while you're, whatever you're stepping into today. Zoom fellowship at 11:45 with Jessica Fish. If you want to just have some time to talk with the rest of the people that are online too. Reverend Mike is doing a foundational class. Foundational class is one that kind of introduces you to the basic principles and reminds you what the principles are. I mean, sometimes we learn them and then we get away from them. This is a good chance for you to get back to them. So, and he's doing it in person and online, so there's no excuse. One way or the other, you can take the class. So it is a good chance to remind yourself, and I find after a few years that it's good to remind yourself what those principles are and why we are in this teaching, because they resonated with our soul. And so join us on Tuesday, because I decided that I'm going to re-up and take a class again. Every once in a while, you got to do that. All right, and on Thursday at 7 p.m., the Spiritual Unity Movement is having a program. The theme is shamanic intention, and the setting is with Lakota elder, Reverend Dr. Patrick Habib. And so join them on Thursday night right here for the, I think it's a full moon, or early full moon ceremony. And I think that's all the announcements. Would you stand and say the principles with me? We believe in one universal spirit manifested through all,
Natural and incarnated in us. We believe that the universal spirit is personal too, and reveals itself through everyone who recognizes its presence. We believe that our faith operates upon a law of mind, which automatically manifests in our experience according to that faith. We believe in the unity of life and in the immortality of the individual soul forever expanding. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal love and kindness, and the givingness of life to all.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul.
Yeah, get ready. Get ready for the Burning Bowl 2023. No playoff bowl. No toilet bowl. This is the real bowl, where we come together this once a year to set an intention, to set the intention for our life. And this year we're going to do it in a even more conscious way than we typically do. So I'll just give you, if you're wondering, we're going to do a visioning exercise. So for your life, not the life of the church or your business or any of the other things, but for you. This is going to be your time. I'll take you through that in a second. And then you also, the second sheet of paper that you have is for the actual burning bowl. You'll use this small piece of paper. And and I'll also take you through what to do with that in just a second. And so until then, I'm just going to ask you to take a deep breath and just empty the mind of expectation, attachment to knowing what's coming next. Because we're going to explore the idea of what is Spirit's vision for my life. So in the way that you understand Spirit, right? In the way that, we light these flames of faith to acknowledge that there are many ways to have an experience of the divine. What we attempt to do here at this center is to cultivate through the music, the message, through the practitioners, and through your attendance, being here, to witness each to the other, the face of God in each other. That's a pretty wild idea. And the idea that you are a face of the divine is a powerful way to live. That you and I are individualizations of the living Spirit of the Most High. Ooh, that'll make your knees shake a little bit if you really think about it. Particularly if you come from traditions where we're not encouraged to think such ways. But really what we're doing is inviting the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, the sacred, to make itself known in our awareness and to be aware of being aware. To understand that this power and presence makes itself known in every aspect of life. And that we are finding ways of cultivating this awareness in deeper ways. And so how do we do that? We surrender. We let it go. We let it all go. So yes, I'm teaching a class. It's a basic foundations class starting Tuesday evening. You're all invited to attend. There's only a tuition use fee, and whatever you are called to share. So don't let money keep you out. And more importantly, don't let your thinking keep you out. Because what we're really doing together is setting out on an adventure to set ourselves free in 2023 by having a deeper experience of the divine as we understand it to be, each one of us within our own heart, and then to extend an invitation to that which is already there to make itself known in, through, and as our life. So the writer Ernest Holmes wrote that life is an adventure in which we never know what is going to happen just beyond the turn of the road. But too often our today is filled with regrets over the past. If we could convince ourselves that the limitations of the past need not be carried into the future. What a happy outlook we should have. So today we're going to give ourselves permission to unhitch ourselves from that wagon of BS that we have been dragging around. Or maybe we didn't even have a wagon, but we've been doing the through life. We're going to set that free because it no longer serves us. It's for information only. And to understand also that, we as human beings, we experience time as a linear thing, right? But time is not linear. The physicists are kind of working this out in crazy mystical explanations, right? Energetically, those whom we love and care for are still with us. Even the ones that we've wrangled with. And some of us have a few of those. Whether it's in our heart, in our businesses, whatever. It's time to let that stuff go, man. Yes? Right? The other thing about this time thing, it doesn't matter, even if we're, let's say, on further out on the number line than some folks, we still have, this is simply the floor of where we're starting from. Our ceiling is unlimited, right? And so for those in their 20s, their floor is going to be a little different. Many of us have a level of comfort and support in our life where it is right now. And at the same time, we want to have an experience of life. There's not just life like, oh, I'm awake, but I'm awake. I am awake, aware, and alive, and I am willing to step into life to be a testimonial to the infinite power and presence of the creative impulse of life to make itself known in my life to where it's obvious to others without being obnoxious. Holmes also wrote this. Whoops. He said, don't play with matches. If we disconnect from the past and find ourselves firmly rooted in God today, if you don't like the G-O-D word, then use love. In love, in hope, in joyful expectancy, and in grateful acknowledgement. And if we learn to harmonize with everything that transpires today, tomorrow will blossom as a new flower in our experience. So, take your pen. Now if you just got the pen, there's a little plastic ball on the end that helps keep the ink from drying out. And there are pens and stuff in the back. There we go. What, John? I know. Pay no attention to the typos. Oh, is that what's going on? Right here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a K. Or peanut red and call it a vegetable. All right. Now, here's the other thing. Reverend Nancy spoke to willingness. Sometimes we just have to be willing also, right? So now here's the thing. You got the paper. We're going to work on this big paper first, right here, this one right here. And you have your pen, so let's take a deep conscious breath together and release. Just allow ourselves to close our eyes or just gently gaze ahead, eyes down gently, and just bring our focus to the breath. Feel the exhale. Allowing ourselves to be in this moment, this present moment, which is our point of power. And then to ask ourselves, this question. What is Spirit's highest vision for me? What is Spirit's highest vision for my life, some situation or seeming challenge you may be working with? Financial freedom, career, marriage, that new home you're wanting to make welcome, whatever it is for you. What is Spirit's vision for my life? So we're just capturing ideas. So you can come back to it later. What is Spirit's highest idea, highest vision? All right, so taking a deep breath and just release that. Just let that sit for a moment. So this visioning thing may be a feeling, it may be colors, a sense of things. Doesn't have to be tied to words. So in God's highest vision for me, whatever idea you captured there, what is my role? What is my role in this situation? What is my part? So breathe. What is my role? Take a breath. Release. Remember, you can come back to this later if you need to. So now, when it comes to Spirit's vision for my life, what must I release? What must I release in order for the highest outcome of this situation to come about, to make itself known, to demonstrate? So I always think of the imagery of having arms full of old stuff when this new thing is right in front of me, but I can't pick it up unless I release the old stuff. taking a deep breath on that. And release. So this process is rushed because of our time thing, in case you're wondering. And that's okay, we're releasing. Stepping into the next question, which is, what spiritual quality must I embrace for the highest outcome of this situation to come about? Spiritual quality. Reverend Nancy spoke to kindness, open-heartedness, open-mindedness. Maybe that spiritual quality is making time for silence. To unhitch from social media or the phone. So as we consider this spiritual quality, we take a deep breath and release. Now what else? What else, if anything, would Spirit like to share with me around this concern, this affirmation? Anything that comes up, just capture that idea. And we take a deep breath. Release that. So now we take this small piece of paper. So on the one side, we want to write that which we're wanting to embrace, make welcome. Then on the other side of the paper, that number 3, what is it we want to release? So I wrote down some words here. These are the same words that you have. That I'm too old, not qualified. Helplessness. Going to wash that man right out of my hair. What am I ready to embrace? Courage. Mindfulness. Pockets stuffed with $100 bills. Verve. I love that word, verve. And these are pairs of opposites, right? That which I'm willing to embrace, what must I release to make this vision welcome and to demonstrate itself freely in our life? So for instance, the last item, am I ready to release sugar and to eat more broccoli? Take a deep breath. So now we're going to work to the bowl, and I just invite you just to kind of, when you have it completed and you're ready, just to kind of hold it over your heart. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you to come up on this side, and I'm going to ask our practitioners to mask up for this. I have masks in the back, since you're going to be blessing a bunch of folks. And we'll stay distance a little bit, just, the chair width. So you're going to come up this way. And we're going to approach the bowl mindfully. So you need to know that this is going to have a special effect. So on this side, I put, I'm ready to release. This is more for my congregation as well as myself. I am so ready to release COVID-19, RSV, flu, and any physical challenge of any kind. I'm just done with all of it, and I'm ready to embrace radiant good health for myself and others. It's released. And we walk over, and I want you to take a moment to be with yourself, to acknowledge yourself. Oh yeah, there I am. And just take a moment to love up on yourself, to love yourself for the magnificent expression of the divine that you are. Then Reverend Nancy will be here to offer a blessing, and our other practitioners a short blessing so we can keep the line going. Okay. So as you're ready, welcome. So it is. So it is. Look at you skipping up here. So it is. So it is. Atta girl. So it is. What's your name? Oh, yes, yes. Nice to meet you finally. So it is. It's magic. So this is for Reverend Jessica, who's watching online. This is just Jessica. Everybody else. So let's just breathe into this moment as we recognize each within our own way, within our own heart, knowing that there is but one power, one presence, one source, one life, one infinite intelligence. It is the creative impulse of life itself, that its energetic is everywhere present, contains all powers, infinite in nature, and present right now. Present within our own hearts that have been activated today by means of this visioning exercise and by means of this releasing ritual. As we understand and know that the past is for information only, and that we carry love from all of our past experiences. We carry love with us. A love that is free, unhindered, it's not limited in any way. Even as we step into this threshold of this mental idea of a new year, this parenthesis in time known as 2023, that we are stepping into a new beginning, knowing that we are not alone. For the infinite power and presence, the wisdom, the creative impulse, the wellspring of love itself is available to us at all times. So we step into this experience now, this place of perfect surrender, knowing that we have created this field of allowing within our own life, that we take a deep breath, we release all of our cares, concerns, words, aspirations, and this vision for life, releasing to that aspect of the mind of the divine itself that knows only to say yes. Yes, my beloved, yes. In you I am well pleased. And so we release any attachment to the how or even the why, and just know that it is, in deep gratitude for the many blessings in our lives and those available to us as we step into this new year. We just release it now. We let it go. We let it be so.
Such is the way of the world, you can never know how your faith's gonna live and how it will grow. Gonna rise up, burning black holes and dark memories. Gonna rise up, turning mistakes into gold. Such is the passage of time, it's too fast to fold. I'm suddenly swallowed by signs, lo and behold. I'm gonna rise up, find my direction magnetically. Gonna rise up, throw down my ace in the hole, and rise up. Rise up. Rise up.
Teresa James, everyone, let's give her some more love. And on the chat as well, for those of you joining us online. So we're going to offer you an opportunity to participate in the offering. It is for our new friends, it's not required. But if you have come prepared for a gift here, I know many of you have been sending your gifts in through the mail and through automatic giving, of which we're very grateful for that. But if you are prepared for a gift, come on up when the basket it's right here, is ready. And Teresa will take us into a couple of verses rather.
Spirit gives through me, Spirit receives through me, Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit lives and breathes through me, through us. Spirit gives through us, Spirit receives through us, Spirit lives and breathes through us. Our Spirit lives and breathes through us.
So this basket represents the many ways in which your generosity finds its way to the center. That is a demonstration of the consciousness of the individual that knows and knows that it knows and know that they know that God is our source, our substance, our supply. It also represents the heart of this spiritual community as we accept these gifts with deep love and respect, knowing together that they go forth to heal, to prosper not only this center for spiritual living, but anyone connected to it in any way, longtime members and new friends, from the UPS man to the ad man. That we extend this blessing now to our friends in our community of Granada Hills, our city of Los Angeles, our state of California, our United States of America, all of its churches, temples, mosques, schools, universities, the people who attend them, the people who support them, that we know further for our planet as well, that all of it is an emanation right from the very mind of the living spirit, the creative impulse of life itself. And to the extent that we know this to be so, we see it demonstrating in ways great and small. This allows us to feel a sense of grace and power that propels us into our life vision, to be pulled into our life vision by this creative impulse of life, God itself. And for this we are truly grateful, and we acknowledge this by saying, and so it is. Amen. Okay, one more time. You get one more opportunity to thank Teresa James for a nice job. Now, did you bring any CDs or anything to share?
But I will, I promise.
Okay, she keeps promising. I have to say I have one of her CDs. I've been playing it all week. It's really fun. And the thing about it is, you know, she's kind of sedate here on her CDs. She lets her rip. And she has a very, it's a great band. Some really slurpy slide on there too, I might say. That's a good thing.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then I do have this, if you're really wanting to kind of get into things and do and re-up or even explore this idea that we call the science of mind and spirit, this class starts, it'll be here and online. It starts at 6:30. And I am going to make this offer that it's only a $45 tuition use fee that goes to the home office, and then whatever you feel compelled to offer afterwards. So I just really want to encourage all of us to start this year in allowing the Spirit to work itself in, through, and as our life. There is a power for good in the universe available to everyone, even me, and I can use it. All right, so let's get Reverend Nancy up here to pray us out. Happy New Year. It's great to see you all. And we'll see you next week, huh?
Oh, it is with a consciousness of gratitude that I recognize this divine presence of life. A presence that we are so grateful that we have been gifted with this hour together, in which our hearts have been opened, and which we have allowed ourselves to open ourselves to the greater good of the universe, knowing that it is already so we can rejoice and praise ourselves for that good that we have reached for, allowing it to come into our life here and now. And as we know this and the law of the universe that fulfills it, we release and surrender to that idea that it is already so. And together we acknowledge it as we go forth to celebrate it. And we say it together. And so it is.
If you feel like joining in a circle, help me sing the peace song here. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yet peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow to take